It was the summer of 1979. Boat-sized Buicks lined the parking areas along street-side shopping areas. And a crowd of bell-bottom-wearing pedestrians walking the streets, the bowl-shaped haircut reigned supreme, men's versions topped off with oversized sunglasses and mustaches above the mouth. A businessman is seen typing away on an Apple II typewriter, what would now seem like a clunky, noisy, oversized piece of machinery. May of 1979 was a world of its own, whose economy, technology, and political issues were highly contrasted from the political, entertainment, and social climates of today, and this was made exemplary by a few primary events. One of the most notable events that shaped the mood of 1979 was the proliferation of new technology in three key areas: home computing, portable audio hardware, and NASA satellite missions. NASA's satellite technology in 1979 was primarily used to transmit UHF signals to receiving stations on land for military and television broadcasting. Today, according to astronomy expert Bill Cook, the signals used are transmitted at a much higher frequency with GPS technology and triangulation to communicate between satellites and relay centers. Satellite technology was only a fraction, however, of what defined 1979's hardware advances. In May of 1979, a new portable audio technology in the form of Sony's Walkman, a magnetic tape player, reached markets worldwide. According to Sony founder Akio Morita, it was the product that will satisfy those young people who want to listen to music all day. Demonstrations were done showing how a listener could multitask while listening to a Walkman in Yoyogi, a major park in Tokyo. But portable audio breakthroughs didn't comprise all of the year's inventions. Computer technology thrived, and on May 8, 1979, Radio Shack released an upgraded operating system for the then popular TRS-80 desktop computer. The operating system was called TRS-DOS 2.3. which was the Shell command line operating system created by Radio Shack programmers. It allowed copy, print, and save commands whose maximum RAM memory maxed out at 64 kilobytes of data. A computer which hosted this operating system would typically sell for around $3,500 in 1979. Now that we've explored the technological realm of 1979, let's discuss popular culture and events of the period. One of the most pioneering events to the music industry was the launch of a series of concerts by Elton John in Leningrad, USSR. On May 21, 1979, Elton John set a new standard for international musical performances. At that time in Russia, rock and roll was considered a social taboo. The expert on historical concerts, an autonomous organization by the name of TV Novosti, confirms in their article Russia in a Click that recordings of Western stars were impossible to purchase by any legal means. The audience at the concert wore faces of mixed contentment, but members near the far end of the audience began to show expressions of elation and joy. If anything, the Soviets regard Elton as persnickety because of his meticulous stage preferences upon setup. Despite his minor discrepancies, the audience was awestruck, as the concert was the first live Russian rock and roll performance exhibited on a grand scale. We've spoken so far of 1979 products such as Sony's Walkman and Radio Shack's TRS-80, while delving into the pop culture of the time period, involving Elton John's Russian debut. Now I'm going to share with you some political facts occurring in May of 1979. On May 3rd, the first woman Prime Minister of Great Britain, Margaret Thatcher, was appointed to represent the Conservative Party. Thatcher remained conservative in times of high inflation, high taxation, and over-regulation. According to historian Martin Kettle, Thatcher had to abide by the laws that the Labour Party had already established. The unreformed Labour Party was the subject of the public revolt, thus inciting Thatcher into office. Thatcher was victorious in reforming the many labor and tax laws which needed improved legislation. In summary, technology in 1979 introduced rudimentary tools The state of the international Western rock culture was changed by Elton John. Women found their voice in the political arena. The prices of computers and portable audio devices have encountered deflation in relation to the prices in 1979, but have offered leaps and bounds in advances in storage capacity. The Western world introduced via Elton John is new wave of music style and iconic influence. Margaret Thatcher used keen intuition to become a groundbreaking politician. She paved the way for future women in the political arena. In conclusion, although 1979 was a year of many new beginnings in the political, social, and technological aspects of culture, in all those areas today, we have continued to advance, although without the time-consuming processes and protocols of 30 years ago.